We cutting loose.
All right, everybody, it's time for another episode of DWMOD. It's Disagree With Me or Don't. We're back. You know the drill. Every single week here at the Kuttin Loose Network. We got a great show for you this week. We got an OG guest in the house. We're going to be hammering home some Bills Mafia stuff. OG listeners, you know who I'm talking about. She is back in the house again. We're going to touch on the World Series. We're going to get on some NFL rule changes. We're going to be giving out lists. We're going to be doing all kinds of that stuff. Louis, let's just get it rolling, baby.
We cutting loose.
Touchdown.
Ready? College football is now B1G versus SEC.
Down. Hook.
If you ain't listening to All Right Bet with me and Andy St. Clair, you're throwing away money.
Ready.
All Lions fans drinking that Kool-Aid. Super Bowl. Hey, disagree with me or don't. That's how it works. Andy St. Clair in the house. What's going on, my man?
Nothing, man. I'm good. You know, I'm happy to be here. What a great week in the NFL last week. You know, favorites went like 10-2 and like 9 overs hit. So I just want to say I think this week is trap week. Just I'm putting it out there. And I on the other pod, I'll put it out there too. It's trap week. Watch out for it.
Yeah, we'll be talking about that big time over on All Right Bet. You guys know the drill. Wednesday night, it's All Right Bet with me and Andy St. Clair on DWMOD. We're giving you all our winners, NCAA football, NFL football. We're handing out free money. You guys know the drill. You're more interested here right now for the Big 6 Picks. That's why you're here. You're here for the daily show version of what we do, right? We're going to do some bits. We're going to do some jokes. We're going to talk some sports. We're going to have a great guest on the show. Speaking of, Andy, I know you know who is on the show this week.
I do.
You're well aware because you're watching your Chiefs schedule. We got Chiefs Bills. Great guest this week. Original guest of the show. Okay, this for all of you that are new to the crew here at Cut and Loose. A lot of new listeners over here on the new network. You may not know who this is. We're going to bring you up to speed. Our next guest is our certified Bills Mafia card carrying member. Okay, certified, ratified. That's a lock. It's a done deal. Now, she's been on the rise in entertainment for years now, and she's getting even bigger now. That light is casting even further. She started out with social media, made her own presence on there, got huge on there with some videos she was rocking. Real slice of life stuff. Hilarious. Go check that stuff out. Really caught on with the Bills Mafia fans there when she was doing her 90s Bills mom videos, which are dead on hysterical. Just hysterical. Also a writer and an actress. Just decided just going to start writing one day. Wrote some scripts, of course, picked up, got the movies made. Most recent one, My Bloody Galentine. Great little, that's good movie. Go give that thing a watch. You know, it's kind of like tongue-in-cheek, little bit comedy, but little bit, you know, like you're in on some of the stuff. Really fun watch there. She has stapled herself into the Hallmark world right now. She's got a new one coming out. Opry Christmas. Let's just get it. Let's bring her in. What are we running through? Let's talk to her about it, right? Guys, It is Eliza Mays. Look at that. I got all jumbled up.
It's
Eliza
okay.
Mays Maher in the house.
No, you got jumbled up because listen, no one pronounces my last name right, literally ever. It's it's Maher. It's Maher, like the Maher, but not related.
Oh, you know, I always thought that there was an H if it was that. Okay.
I know, but listen, it's because if you ever looked it up, like, oh, how do I pronounce your last name? It's because you're looking up a video where someone pronounced it incorrectly. So now this is just what I do. I just stop right in the moment, and I embarrass myself.
Yeah, well, good. You should. That's what I always tell people when if I use their name wrong or something, like, just correct me. Don't let me keep calling you that.
Yeah.
Well, welcome back to the show. Awesome to have you back again. It is Bills Chiefs week. Are you ready?
No, I'm not ready. No. No, I'm not. This has not gone the way that I don't think any of us thought it would go thus far this season. No, I'm not ready. I'm very nervous.
It has been a little up and down. We're going to get to all of that stuff in a little bit. First, I just want to reintroduce you to, we got a whole new fan base here. Let's let some folks know who you are. You have a lot of stuff going on. To me, always found it really impressive that you were like, I'm just going to start writing as well. You know what I mean? And then to get that My Bloody Galentine made, what was that process like?
That process actually, it rooted back to, as most things do in the industry, I feel like you probably could be a testament to this as well. But like, it was through a connection that I made in a writing group, like 5 years prior. So someone else was in the writer, you kind of get in these writers groups to keep you accountable because writing is so hard because you're doing it on your own. And like, sometimes you just have to get the push to like show up to your computer and do it. So anyway, I was in this writing group, and this woman was in development, and she became an executive over at Fox, and Fox acquired Mar Vista. And so because of that connection, you know, she was shopping around all these scripts and trying to match writers. And this log line passed her desk that reminded her of a script that I had written and showed her years prior. And she was like, oh, that tone is similar to Eliza. So she set me up with the executive, and we had a meeting. And I didn't even realize I was like in a meeting where they were trying to attach me to the script, because I was so used to being told no that I had no idea that you could actually be told yes. So then when the meeting ended and she was like, so do you want to write the script? And I was like, you want me to write it? And she's like, I mean, yeah, like that's literally what this meeting is about. And I was like, oh yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
And I like navigate, like, you know, negotiating my own contract. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, it was one of those things, seeds I planted years before, just kind of, they started to grow, which was great.
It's one of those things where everything you told them about that you would do, and you're like, oh, I have to remember what I said to this person. And you're like, I remember that. I remember that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, it's always like the perfect time of year to have you on. It's Halloween. You know, that movie fits the theme. Go ahead and watch that thing this weekend. And then quickly, you know, when Halloween weekend is over, we quickly turn the page right to Christmas. To Christmas. Now, you also have carved out yourself a really great reoccurring role in the franchise films, the Haul Out the Holly stuff. Couple of films there. They just did a Haul Out the Halloween movie as well. Right? I mean, that's beautiful to get tagged onto some stuff like that. And now your big one that is coming out had the premiere. Is the premiere coming up, or was that the premiere you were at?
No, that was like Hallmark does a countdown to Christmas. So they launched super early. They did it about a week ago in Nashville, and they invite a lot of their like number ones and number twos, like they're the women and men that you see reoccurring a lot. And then they also invited the cast of A Grand Ole Opry Christmas, which is one of their tentpole movies for this year, along with the Buffalo Bills movie that they did. I don't know if you know that, but they
told me about that. So that is coming out.
Yeah. So last year they did one with the Chiefs, and this year they did one. They shot it in Buffalo. They did it with the Buffalo Bills. So that movie and Grand Ole Opry Christmas are their two big ones this year. And I'm in Grand Ole Opry, so I was invited to the countdown for Christmas. So that's what that was. But it premieres on the Saturday after Thanksgiving. I don't know. I should.
That's all right. That's of course these movies like these huge. Like that's always on around my house at Christmas time. The Hallmark Channel.
It'll be a fun one. There's tons of country stars in it. Megan Maroney, Brad Paisley. It's really, really fun. It's like a star-studded fun. It's like a country concert in a movie. It's really fun.
Yeah, that's a great world to get into. I got a few photos here. Let's show some folks. Now, this is you guys out at the Christmas launch you were talking about there for Hallmark.
Yeah.
There you are on stage. And you have a microphone. This is Andy. Yeah. This is how you know you've made it when you're doing Q&As at a launch for a network.
That's right.
Yeah.
That is the way. That's how
that is awesome. That is awesome. What was that like? Like, how does that? I mean, I don't know. It's just got to be a great feeling to be like, okay, all the hard work is paying off.
Yeah, I mean, I've been working with the Hallmark Channel since 2020, end of 2020 or early 2021. I don't remember, but that was my 6th movie, and it was so nice to be welcomed into the fold in that way and to be able to meet. There's so many Hallmark fans that are like so kind and wonderful and wait in line to see all their favorite people. And it just, it was so cool. It was like an out of body experience. It was very special.
Yeah, that's really cool. That's really cool.
My mom is like a Hallmark Channel devotee. Like it's crazy. Like when I would say this was like a few years ago, they switched to like YouTube TV or something like that. And like her hard and fast rule was, to my dad, he's like, we got to have the Hallmark Channel. Like, we got to pay for it. And my dad was like, and it's like $2.99, $3.99. It's very cheap a month. It's not expensive.
Right.
My dad was like, we really don't need it. And my mom's like, no, Frank.
Yeah. And for every one of your mom, like that, like every family has that person, if not like 3 people. So it's just funny. Like the things that I never would have thought, like the things that people got most excited that I did in my career would be Hallmark movies, just because I had never really watched. I had never really watched them, and then when you're in one, you realize all of the people that you really wouldn't think would love Hallmark movies. Just sometimes it's like dudes that are just like, oh yeah, those are really good, and I'm like, wait, you?
There's so many like secret lovers of the Hallmark movies and channels.
For sure.
It's crazy. I run into a lot. It's crazy.
They're predictable. They're happy. Yeah.
I think that's why my mom likes it too. Like, she's not stressed out watching it. She's like, hey, I kind of know where this is going. She likes to think she's ahead, but then it's like, it's sweet and they're nice and they're easy watches. And she's like, this is for me. This is what I like.
Love it. It's great. It's great. I got to tell you, honestly, nothing fills my cup up more than seeing good people you met along the way starting to get the success they deserve. I mean, how many people have we seen along the way and all our paths where you're just like, not that guy or not that girl. Come on, like just not a good person. And when the good people get ahead, it's awesome. So honestly, congrats to you on that. I'm excited for you. We will be watching it over here. There will be no doubt about that. No doubt about that.
I'll probably see it in like a month, or like around Christmas.
Oh, that Thanksgiving weekend, it will be on here. I guarantee. I guarantee you. You know, I also want to give you a little shout out. Like, we don't have to dive too deep into the background and how you got where you got, but it always sticks with me. Like, you and I were on the road doing some gigs for like Ford, and God bless those people. Amazing people, great people, loved working with them and stuff. But you and I would find ourselves off to the side sometimes going, I don't want to be one of the lifers here. Like, we got to get going. And you always were adamant about the fact that, like, we don't have to wait for somebody to pick us and tell us it's our turn. We can do our own thing. And you did that.
Yeah. I don't even remember saying, I'm glad that you remember me saying that.
Yeah.
Because I don't, but yeah, no. I remember thinking that when we were in those giant convention centers memorizing all of the really important facts about the new Ford F-150 and God, I have to be using my brain cells for something different than this in a year's time. And yeah, I mean, it paid the bills. It does what you needed to do. And some people they're still doing it, and it's great. But I was a one and done. I was like, I gotta find a way out of it.
Yeah. Well, you made the right move. Bet on yourself. Got moving on that social media stuff. Skyrocketed, and here you are. You know, yeah, it's great. It's great. Let's talk a little Bills Mafia now. Let's talk a little Bills Mafia, and I have to play the clip now. I had to take the music off it because YouTube has been getting a little crazy about copyrights here. So I had to. You're not.
Well, you're big time now. You can't just do what you want.
Oh God, no! I got flagged last week because our guest, who was on Wipeout, I played some clips of him on Wipeout, and it got flagged, and I wasn't even aware, and it wasn't even up for like 4 or 5 days. And then they're like, you got to take this clip out because people will be stealing Wipeout clips of the show you were on. I don't even get it anymore. You're on the show. You can't promote what you're on. Anyway, these videos always bring me joy. They broke their finger out watching the game, ready to go. Look at the genuine excitement at the Bills game. This is obviously a Bills foul. There it is. Touchdown. True blue Bills Mafia.
Yeah, I needed surgery on that finger, and now I call it my witch finger because look at it. It never recovered. I look like a witch. You know, like the Halloween witch finger? That's what I look like. Whenever my nephews are misbehaving, I'm like, come here. Yeah, I never recovered from that. But probably because I was at the bar instead of going to urgent care like I was supposed to be.
I think you made the right move. It looked like the Bills won a big game. They got it moving. Won it, got a big game. Now, I don't know if you've seen some of this. Now, I also big congratulations to you because you went from doing the 90s Bills mom social media videos that went super viral to actually being Bills mom now. Congrats to you.
Thank you. I'm a real life Bills mom.
Yeah, for real life Bills mom. You got a little one, probably going to play for the Bills one day. We won't put that pressure on him early.
Are you gonna force him to root for the Bills?
I should have sent you the video.
You did, but I didn't put it on here because I didn't know if you wanted me showing pictures.
Yeah. I'm not putting his face places, but I showed it to you, right?
Yes, yeah. You sent it to me, and he's in the Bills jumper and he's going crazy.
Yeah, Bills, and I'm like, say go Bills, and he's like, he chose it.
It's great. It was great. Now,
Listen, his father is from Long Island, so. What, he wants to be a Jets fan? Like, I don't know. Take your pick.
Right. Now it's going to be Bills Mafia. I just was wondering, did you do one of these things here? Check this out.
We're gathered here today to witness the baptism of the newest member of the Bills Mafia, Axel John Snyder. May your Labatt's be cold, your wings extra crispy. In the name of McDermott, Bean, and the Holy Allen, in Marv Levy's name, amen.
Ready, Mandy? Yeah, go Bills.
I love those videos. They're all over the internet. They got a new commercial out. I don't know if it's for Visa or something, but they have just like 50 of these things running where that's what everybody's doing with their babies now, these Bills Mafia tables.
So
I love it.
Now mine's a meatball. He's like 22 pounds, so he could really break a table at this point.
Well, you can use a real table there. You can use a real table.
That's a big one.
Well, listen, everybody sees this thing about Bills Mafia. You know, we all see it everywhere if we're sports fans and stuff, but like people don't have any idea that like you being from Buffalo and really being a part of it, it's not just like a sports people thing. Like you don't even have to be into sports up there. You're into the Bills though.
Yeah, you are. I mean, it's just like it replaces hello and goodbye. Like you hold a door for someone and it's go Bills. You don't really say thank you or you're welcome. It's yeah, and because I don't think, I mean, when I was younger, I don't know, I didn't like watching football like in the 90s. I mean, but you did. It was like that is what you're doing today. It was like church. Like, you know how you had to go to church and it was just like, well, you are just going to church. You would go to church and then it would be like, well, yes, and now we're going to your grandmother's house to watch the Bills game. That's just what you do. So yeah, I guess it's a bit of a religion, I think, in Western New York. Yeah.
I will always pull for any fan base that's rabid for their team like that, especially with like the trials and tribulations the Bills have been through. Like it's just fun to watch and everybody loves it. Everybody loves it. Being on the inside of it's got to be a different thing though. So man, it just seems like fun. It's right, Andy. It seems like we take part in it from outside, but you just want to be in there for a minute. Like
we're getting a new stadium next year, and that'll be surely cool. That probably will help the Bills, I think, a little bit too.
You think it'll help, Andy? I feel like you're already starting to like. Are you being a little bit?
No, why not? You know, I will say when the Bills beat the Chiefs when it matters, you can wake me up and inform me of when it's time. When it's time.
That's that goddamn 14-second pass play, whatever. That was fucking ridiculous, man. I'm like, oh god damn it.
Just you know, I last I checked, there was 3 Super Bowls in a row. Probably going to be a 4th one this year.
Maybe.
But we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
We'll see.
Oh
maybe.
my god, I forgot how much you shit talk. You wasn't ready.
Look, the Chiefs are in trouble. Everybody put the death of the Chiefs. Josh Allen's the MVP, best quarterback on the planet Earth. But maybe he's not. That's the thing. Maybe
Mahomes is coming. Maybe golf.
Yeah, maybe the Chiefs are the Chiefs still. I don't know. But we'll wait till the next 6 picks. I'm not giving away my pick, am I?
No, I don't think so. I did hear one bit of good news in there though. The stadium's almost ready, which means the pit is no more. Correct, Eliza? The pit is filled in.
I think the pit has been filled in. Yeah, I think if it wasn't the number one priority before, I think after seeing what we did with the pit, I think they were like, we gotta fill that thing in. I don't know whose idea it was to leave the city of Buffalo with an open pit. But like,
if you guys don't know what she's talking about right now, we're not going to get into it. Go ahead and go Google it. But when they decided to build that new stadium, they like trudged out like 4 stories into the ground to build this cement monster. And there were people that would like, if the Bills lost, they dive into the pit as a sacrifice to like turn the tide of luck. And just go Google it. It's crazy, but it's filled in now.
Try hard enough to keep people out. They put up like caution tape, and it's like, you're in Buffalo. Like you need an electric fence if you want people out of there.
Yeah. Well, it was cost effective for those guys. You know that too. Also in Buffalo, a lot of blue collar union labor and stuff. And these guys went, we're going to spend a ton of money on electric fence. They're going to cut it down. They're going to jump in. Just put up some tape.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Not wrong at all. All right, guys. Well, let's get into some quick hits, but you know the drill. We got to pay some bills. Now, we got Gordon Butterfield, minor league baseball Hall of Fame announcer. He is on the call here for What Just Happened at True Laundry Detergent.
What just happened?
What just happened is brought to you by True Laundry Detergent. It's a locally owned company, and these fellas live in the neighborhood. They're saving you money. That's 101 loads in one bag. They got laundry detergent and fabric softener. They've even got dry sheets for you. Got sensitive skin, they've got the free and clear. No fragrances, no dyes, no additives. Well, if you don't like liquids, they've even got the detergent sheets. Just drop one in every load. There's 60 loads in that box. Just head on over to thetrueproducts.com for all your laundry needs. And don't forget to use your code CUTTINLOOSE1 to get you 10% off your first order. That's True Laundry Detergent. It's Gordon approved. The South got pummeled with snow, and we've got some first-time shovelers throwing the snow right where it'll need to be shoveled again. Whiteout! Oh, my, the roof cut loose, and she got totally wiped out. Well, let's take another look, as every time she bangs that metal shovel on the concrete, she's loosening up that roof snow, and bang, there it is, here it comes. She freezes like a deer in the headlights as she's pummeled by the Arctic cap. Oh, my, buried alive. But this Matterhorn massacre is going to bring on the guilt as she's pummeled and lays down her head. Here comes a couple of fellas that probably should have been doing the shoveling in the first place. But here's one thing I'll tell you for sure. That's all gonna need to be shoveled again.
Oh, what just happened?
Oh, I figured appropriate with the Buffalo background, the shoveling of the snow and the roof giving way. That poor woman.
I'm always confused. Why was she doing it? There seemed to be two younger people there. That poor lady.
Yeah, it seemed Gordon pointed that out right away. These guys probably should have been doing the shoveling in the first place.
Yeah, for sure.
She clearly didn't know what she was doing. Throwing the snow right where it needed to be shoveled again. What was she even doing? Was that the most frustrating part to you, Eliza? It was to me.
Oh, she's on mute.
Oh, I think we lost the microphone there.
She's on mute.
Something happened.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Like
We lost Eliza.
Trapped in the box.
There you go.
Hello?
You're back. You're back.
Oh, you know what happened? My phone, when it's like near your computer, it uses your phone to be the microphone, which I didn't know it was doing, but apparently it is.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, good. Yeah. So we'll skip the snow talk. I know you shoveled your fair share. I shoveled your fair share. Real quickly now, let's jump into some quick hits. I got some things I want to ask you about Major League Baseball. Now, being from Buffalo, I imagine you're a little bit of a sideways Blue Jays fan. Yeah, I imagine you're pulling for the Blue Jays in the World Series, right?
Honestly, no, I would have been pulling for the Phillies because my dad was from Philadelphia. So that's always my number one. And now we're full Dodgers. So now Phillies is one, Dodgers is, I'm Dodgers. I'm sorry.
You're Shohei all the way now, huh?
I'm Shohei all the way. We have his bobblehead. We got it like when we walked in. Like, sometimes they give you little things when you walk in on special days. And we didn't open the box because now I'm convinced it's going to be worth lots of money someday.
Hold on to it. Andy, you have a bobblehead collection, don't you?
I have a few, but my daughter's kind of taken them. I like a Kawhi. I've got a few. Like, she doesn't know who Kawhi Leonard is, but she just thinks he's some guy in a bobblehead. But she likes them, so I give some to her.
Well, Kawhi's seeing more action in that bedroom than he's seeing on the court for the Clippers. I'll tell you that.
More work as she smacks him.
Okay. I thought maybe a little Blue Jays action here because correct me if I'm wrong, but I think like even during COVID, like the Blue Jays were playing full time in Buffalo, yeah? Yeah,
because we have the minor league baseball team, the Buffalo Bisons, and they weren't playing. So that was really, really fun for Buffalo though, because they don't get to see a major league baseball team ever. Yeah. And so it was so fun for a couple months to have the Blue Jays playing there. I remember my dad and my brother went to a bunch of games and were kind of in heaven. It was fun.
Yeah, really cool. Andy, you remember when we were a little younger, there was talk for years of them wanting to move the Blue Jays to Buffalo, but it was kind of getting fought back and forth. Never really happened, huh?
Yeah, I always kind of wish like cities with like Buffalo's got a hockey team and it's got a football team. Like I always kind of wish they would get like a third,
Yeah.
like a baseball, or some basketball. I guess they used to have a basketball team.
They used to. But yeah, I used to love when I would spend time up there. That's where the New Era headquarters is too, the hats. So every time I would go up there, I would just hit the headquarters, get a bunch of hats. I got a bison hat, I got a chicken wing hat, it's cool. You could go to the Sabres game right down there. You could anyway, I'm not gonna, I love it. All right, Eliza, let's really quickly, give us your top 3 Buffalo Bills.
Like of all time?
Yeah, like your top 3.
Oh, well, I'm going to do mostly people in the 90s, I think.
Maybe.
I'm going to go Andre Reed.
Okay, good pick.
I'm going to go Thurman Thomas. And I'm going to go Josh Allen.
Yeah, I was going to say, you got to have Josh. He's probably the greatest Bill ever.
Yeah. Well, Cook. Can I do 4?
Yeah, sure. You can do as many as you want.
Do Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore. Yeah, there you go. You put Mark
I
Levy
don't know how
up
many
there.
places Mount Rushmore has. I'm not
That's
kidding.
four.
I don't
That's
know.
Four.
Okay, so that's my Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, there's only 4 on Mount Rushmore until them nutbags try to put Trump up there or some crazy shit. There's only 4, just 4.
Give that like an hour.
Oh,
now you put it out in the universe, Mike. No one had thought of that yet.
My ass. That's all over the internet. Them goofballs want to do that. No chance. Andy, who would you put in your top 3 Buffalo Bills?
I think Andre Reed is one of the most underrated receivers of all time. That dude was so good. I loved Andre Reed.
Sure.
Bruce Smith, I think, is probably on there. Yeah.
That's
absolutely.
all I got going, baby. I'm wearing my Bruce
Probably
Smith
maybe
jersey.
the second or third greatest defensive player, maybe like Reggie White, LT, and anything. Then I think Bruce Smith's probably there.
Easily.
I would probably say OJ. I mean, we're just talking on the football field. I would probably say OJ.
Okay. All right. I mean,
His work on the football field was impeccable as well.
Yeah,
right. He's also on the Buffalo Bills off the football field, Mount Rushmore, but for a horrible.
Yeah. Well, it's Halloween time. You can bring up slashers if you want. I guess we can do that.
So I'd say those 3. For the 4th one, I do love Josh Allen, but I'm going to go with Jim Kelly currently. When Josh Allen gets to 4 Super Bowls, we can maybe, or even 1, then maybe we can talk about him over Jim Kelly. But until that day comes, Jim Kelly.
I got to say, listen, Jim Kelly was great. 4 straight Super Bowls. I do have to say that might be a little bit of an unfair comparison. I don't know that Jim Kelly had to run the gauntlet the way Josh Allen has to get to a Super Bowl right now. Lamar Jackson, Mahomes. I'm sure there's some other names escaping me. Burrow. This is the bigger gauntlet for old Josh to run here.
You think so? I mean, you want to look up quarterbacks of the 90s?
I don't know. Yeah, give me a few real quick in that AFC era of Jim Kelly there. What do you like? Okay. Bernie Kosar,
John
maybe?
Elway? John Elway, Dan Marino. Do those guys do anything for you?
Yeah,
I would consider them all better than almost every quarterback you name there.
Marino kind of at the end there, and
but
late 90s there.
Marino's one of the 5 to 7 greatest quarterbacks of all time. Better than Lamar.
He is.
He's better than every quarterback you name.
Did the Dolphins get into the playoffs and stuff though and have to play the Bills as well? I don't know. But that's fair enough.
You just said quarterbacks. You just named
Marino and Elway. Marino and Elway,
okay,
two good ones.
Pretty good. I say there's 2 of the best 5 to 6 quarterbacks of all time.
Yeah, they probably are. They probably are. Jim Kelly, great.
I guess I would just kind of rest my case right there and just be like,
I don't know if it's rested, but it's a good point. It's a good point. It's something for the jury to think about.
Just give me Jim Kelly. Just put him on the Mount Rushmore. He's a great quarterback. And Josh Allen will pass him, no doubt. But Josh Allen hadn't paid long enough right now. So it just hasn't paid long.
He's pretty damn good. They're pretty excited about him up there. I would say for mine, absolutely, you named it, Bruce Smith. Bruce Smith, number 1, all-time sack leader in the NFL, probably one of the 3 greatest defensive players ever. Loved him growing up. I'm going to go off the page here for you guys and pick some guys that I love on football teams, the guys that get the dirty work done in the cities like Detroit and Buffalo, the blue-collar guys. Give me this guy.
Good after this play. 4th down and 6. And Wright fumbles, picked up by Leon Lett.
Leon Lett, the Super Bowl. He's going to score.
It's a 60-yard run. He's being chased by Beebe. What's out? Can he get across? No, they are not. That's going to be a touchback to Buffalo.
There's no call yet, though.
He has not marked touchdown. It was knocked out of his hands and went out of bounds in the end zone, which would give it to Buffalo at the 20. And look at Lett. If they call that a no touchdown, he's going to dig a hole and crawl out of this place from there.
He's going to need a big hole.
I can remember watching that as a kid and watching BB come onto the screen and jumping up off the couch and be like, holy shit, that guy's going to run him down. And he did and knocked it out. That's one of the greatest plays in Super Bowl history, man. Don Beebe. Don Beebe.
I also would put up just a personal favorite. Bill of mine was Daryl Talley. Love Daryl.
Cornelius Bennett was a good one too. I like Cornelius Bennett. Here's going to be my other nominee though. And this guy hands down is one of the greatest Bills ever. Steve Tasker, right? Special teamer that they should put in the Hall of Fame. Look at Andy. I didn't know this stuff. 7 Pro Bowls, 5 times first team All Pro, 204 special teams tackles, 7 block punts, and the only special teams player in NFL history to win the MVP of the Pro Bowl game. That's a special teams guy.
Incredible.
Yeah, that's incredible. Do you see a lot of Tasker jerseys like when you're back home if you were to go to a game and stuff?
Yeah.
I gotta imagine.
Yeah, there are a lot. And Bruce Smith too. You're right. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm trying to think of like all the throwback ones that I see the most. Some people have Flutie.
They loved him. They loved him.
Still rock the Flutie. It's so funny to me.
They loved him. They loved him up there. Hey, great history, good teams, a lot of fun. Good luck this year. We're gonna get to it. We're getting to it, guys. Easy. Everybody sit back in your chairs for a minute. We're getting there. We're gonna get there. I can see you guys are ready to go. All right, let's jump into another segment we love here. This one, Eliza, this one is inspired by a meltdown that Andy had on the show one time, and it was perfect. It was perfect.
No way. There's no way. No way.
There is no way. This segment is no way. We have a little fun in here. Do we feel bad for Brian Kelly, Andy? Do we feel bad for him?
No way. He just made $54 million just not to coach football at LSU anymore.
No way. That LSU fired their coach, Brian Kelly. He gets fired this week. They pay him $50 million to go away. And here's how, one more time. This is how I feel about it. That's how I feel about it right there. You listen to the show, you know there is no love lost between me and Brian Kelly. Eliza, bring you up to speed. I met him on a recruiting trip when I was coming out of high school, the team he was coaching at the time. He was a complete asshole to me. I know guys that are professional coaches now that have had run-ins with him, and they're like, he's a complete asshole. Guys that I knew up at Central Michigan after I had left, and then when he left Central Michigan, complete asshole. Anybody you talk to out of Notre Dame says he's insufferable to even be in the room with. He's just a really, really bad human being, the kind of guy I root against. So it's just a notorious asshole. What's that?
Why did he get fired?
Because they're not winning. They're not winning. He left Notre Dame. He did pretty well at Notre Dame, and then he took the job at LSU because everybody was like, oh, that's a big, big program, which we understood why he did it. But then he goes, this is the kind of guy he is. He goes up there on the microphone when they announced it was the coach, and he says out loud, like, well, I had to leave Notre Dame because I just didn't think there'd be any chance for me to win a national title there. I'd probably be able to do it here. I'm like, well, what asshole does that?
Why did you say that?
He's an asshole. He's an asshole. We don't feel bad for him.
No way. There's no way. No way.
Okay, let's get to a little contest time. Okay, little quick fire contest for you guys here. This one is going to be called Notorious Buffalo. These are things, people. This is Buffalo notoriety from Buffalo. Louis going to play a little clip. It's going to be a picture here, and as the picture slowly reveals, I want you guys to try to guess who the person is. First one to shout gets the point. Here's the clue for number one. This is the freakiest star ever from Buffalo.
Rick James.
Oh, you got it. You got it, Andy. That's Rick James.
I didn't know he's from Buffalo. I didn't know.
Yeah, he's buried there too.
Wow.
Is he?
Yeah, he is.
How close were you to yelling Rick James? Pretty
Not
close.
at all. Listen, my brain is literally Swiss cheese. I just have black holes. Like I don't sleep. I'm going to be really bad at every single game.
That's okay.
I have it, as you guys know, a 6-year-old. So my brain has had the holes and it is now healed.
Yeah.
Eliza's, she's on a different level.
Yeah. I'm at a completely different level myself, guys.
Yeah, you're above us. You're above us.
But it's like you say, though, as they get older, the problems become real problems, not like spilled Cheerios and stuff. And so, like, my brain is just in a jar in the kitchen. And when I need it, I go get it because there's not much life in it left.
Yeah,
All right, let's go for number 2. Let's go over here. Number 2. This gentleman is the second most famous TV football coach of all time. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, that guy. Coach Taylor.
I love him so much.
Yeah. What is his name?
Yeah, Kyle Chandler. Kyle Chandler, guys. Kyle Chandler. But I think go ahead, Eliza.
No, it's just the best show in the world, and he's so good. And his relationship with Connie Britton is like it should be studied in every acting class. It's just good.
It's the greatest show. Now I'm getting from the booth here. Louis is tapping in here. He's saying he heard Andy say Coach Taylor. Did you say Coach Taylor, Andy?
Yeah.
You said Coach Taylor. We're going to give him a half point. We're going to give you a half point because
I didn't know. I couldn't think of his real name. I just know it's Coach Eric Taylor. That's how good a coach
Eric Taylor. There he is, right there, Coach Eric Taylor. One of the greatest shows ever. For a bonus point, can you guys guess who's the greatest TV football coach of all time?
Oh God, is it the coach from Coach?
It is. It's Hayden Fox, guys. It's Hayden Fox. Craig T. Nelson. You know I love Coach. It's one of my favorite shows. We're not going to give Andy the bonus point though. Yeah, you're not eligible because you know me too well. So Louis says no to you. 1.5. We're at 1.5. Andy's got 1.5. Okay, This is number 3. Number 3 here, guys. This is am I reading this right, Louis? This is the most famous couple. This famous couple made headlines by removing a famous member. Okay, here we go.
Oh my God! Good luck. This guy got his dick cut off. I just don't know his name. I don't remember the guy who got his dick cut. Lorena Bobbitt? Was it Bobbit?
John Wayne Bobbitt and Lorena Bobbitt, Louis. Why would you put that in here? Oh, we lost you again. The mic keeps switching over.
I mean, I had no idea. For sure.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we got you.
Can I just pretend that I said it, but you didn't hear me because the music?
Yeah, I think that's fair. That had to been the biggest news ever in Buffalo. I think it's fair. We're going to give you the
that and Bucky Phillips. You should have put Bucky Phillips in.
Fill me in on that. Who's Bucky Phillips?
Remember, he escaped jail and he was on the run for so long, and there were so many people that were like free Bucky, and they were vowing to find him in the forest and help him escape.
Oh man, that's a good one. I gotta look into that. I love that kind of stuff. Especially if he was innocent. I don't even care if he was, but just more so if he was innocent. I think it's impressive when guys like can break out and get away. Like I used to have this bit, but I really kind of believed it. If you were robbing, I think there should be a law. If you're robbing a bank and you crack the safe, that's the key, not the teller. Like if you crack the safe, I think the minute you crack the safe and touch the money, it should be, that's it. They beat us. You got to back out and they get to keep it. The cops can't come. If you crack the safe, I don't know. I think that should be how it goes.
Right. If you get it done, but in that game, those banks are going to, like, when the cops get outside, they're going to just plow in and start just unloading on people, I would assume.
I think that's what I love about Eliza. You should write something about them. But I think we need a movie on this and building up to that moment. And the guy dives and he touches the money before the cops grab him, and he's free and he gets to leave with the money. I love it. Some kind of futuristic game show.
There you go. She's gonna get that phone. I do like. It feels like she's trapped in that box.
Yeah, there's something going on here.
Wait, she's got an idea. Time out.
Okay. Time out. Okay. Whatever you're saying, I don't know, but do your thing.
She's going to go upstairs. She needs 2 minutes.
Okay. Do it.
Okay. I like this. It's kind of impromptu. What if she brings the baby back? It's like an impromptu.
That'd be hilarious.
I mean, I think we just keep this all in for sure.
Oh, just let it be. Let's get back to this thing about, I love this idea of if you crack the safe and touch the money, the bell's got to stop. The cops got to be outside going, fuck, man. Like,
well, if you touch but wouldn't they just like storm the banks at that point and just start mowing people down?
Yeah, but there's video cameras in there. So if you can show on the timeline of the camera that you cracked the safe before they got there, it's yours, man. It's yours. I guess I'm like in my world, this is something that the police agree to and have to adhere to as well. So it's more like they're disappointed outside, like, oh, he got it already. All right.
I mean, if you could
Go
get an
home,
agreement, then the agreement has to be with the police and all the people attempting. Like, guys, we're coming in guns a-blazing. You just know this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I think that heightens the whole thing. You know, you could be shot and killed for this, but
without questions asked, if we hear that you're trying to do this, we're coming in shooting.
That's the deal. And if you crack it, they got to just stop and go, dang it. All right, let's go get some lunch, guys. They got us. Nice job over there, guys.
Yeah, good job. You got us. But if we get in there and you don't get it, you're not coming out. You just know you're not walking out of there.
Oh man, if you don't crack it, no, they'll keep like 2 guys just to be the face for the news. Everybody else just wasted. Like it's like the scene in the the Dark Knight, right? Like they just arrest the Joker, everyone else gets whacked.
Yeah, for sure.
You got to have a PR thing.
I've always had what I think are ideas to help football. These are ideas to help bank robbers. What you're saying, basically. Sure. So it makes me think of I used to have this thing where these are ideas I always thought were good ideas to help football. Here's one of there. I got a couple, but here's one of them.
Okay.
One is like a phone booth that the kickers stay in. And the kickers do not ever know the score of the game. And both teams in the crowd, we don't tell the kickers. So it's like a soundproof booth. So when the kicker comes out to kick, he doesn't know if it's an extra point or a field goal or whatever. The scores go off the scoreboard, and then he kicks it, and then he finds out, oh, that was just an extra point, or that was the end of the game, right? And so we keep these kickers in soundproof booths. So when they come out, it's just fun for them.
That's XFL, USFL. I like that. They should do that in that league.
That's one idea.
Eliza's back. Eliza is back. Everything good? You got it figured out?
Sorry. Oh my gosh.
You're good. No worries.
I'm back.
We ended on the Bobbits-es. That's what I call them every time I see that video, as if I'm in the Lord of the Rings. They're the Bobbits-es. I just see Smeagol going, Bobbits-es.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the famous couple from Buffalo. She caught him cheating, cut off his penis, threw it out the window, luckily into the snow where it kept, and he had it put back on. It was crazy.
Wait, I think I missed this. What year was it? I think I was
like
too young.
90,
the 90s.
Early 90s,
I think I was
mid 90s.
shielded from this story, but that needs to be a movie. I don't know how someone hasn't made it into a movie
it's
yet.
Several movies, old school Lifetime movies. And then John Wayne Bobbitt went on to do a bunch of porno movies with his reattached with Frank and Weenie and all these movies. It was a big thing in the media. It was crazy. I guess they reattached it, and I don't know. I never saw any of the other movies, so I don't know how it worked, but they say it worked. I don't know. Yeah. Modern science. All right. I can't believe you put that in here, Louis. There's better people from Buffalo, man. You know what? People are going to write in. All right, let's go to the fourth one here. This member of the Buffalo community is famous for death-defying stunts and is always seen falling.
Evel Knievel.
Always seen fall. Evel Knievel, good guess out of the gates.
Okay. Oh.
No, nobody.
Niagara Falls.
Niagara Falls. Nobody. No, Niagara Falls. Is that not in Buffalo? Is that? Yeah, Niagara Falls. Yeah, he said I had to be. He said I had to be a little tricky with the clue. You'd get it right away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So Niagara Falls is a good one.
Oh, guys,
all right,
I'm
Andy.
really
I think you took that one home 1.5 to 1. 1.5 to 1. You won by the hook. That's 2 weeks in a row for you. I think you won by the hook.
I'll take it. I'll take any victories I can get in general.
A half point, 2 weeks in a row. 2 weeks in a row. Good showing.
I did that Niagara Falls thing once when I visited Buffalo, and the where you wear the May of the Mist. I did it. I got to tell you, so lovely. It was like so beautiful. Nice, and like it's like very touristy, trappy, and you're like, oh, I guess I kind of like, I'll do it. I don't want to. I feel like a tourist doing it. When I got there, I'm like, why? What was I doing? This is awesome. It's so great.
It is a tourist trap, but it's a good trap. Like you get in the trap and you're like, I'm glad I'm here in this trap. Like it is beautiful. It does not disappoint. It's like a marvel. And they used to do Cave of the Winds, which I'm pretty sure is just completely illegal at this point. You would like walk through it was really dangerous. There was like a rickety wooden thing and you'd go under the waterfall.
Oh man, I want to do that.
Dangerous. I don't even know why it ever existed, but they don't do it anymore.
It's awesome, man. The May of the Mist is great. Mike, if you're ever in Buffalo, you got to do it.
I've been there several times. I just had never had the time to get all the way over there for that. How many times have you done that yourself, Eliza?
Not that many times, maybe 3 times in my life. But, you know, it's kind of like when you live in New York, it's like, do you go to the Statue of Liberty? Like, I don't know. Like, you don't really make a point of it until someone comes to visit you and you're like, oh yeah, there's a natural wonder in my backyard and I just ignore it all the time.
Yeah. Been to New York several times. Never saw Statue of Liberty.
There you go.
Never. And I don't, sometimes, you're usually in town doing gigs and stuff. So you're just like, you don't have time to go do it. But I definitely have to get to that. I'll have to get to that. All right, let's move on to our last segment here, this is probably my favorite segment of the show.
All right, everyone. Time to do me a favor and knock it off.
These are things that people just need to knock it off. And I'm going to let you get on your soapbox here, Eliza. Are the New England Patriots going to take over and win the AFC East this year over the Buffalo Bills like everyone on TV thinks so?
No.
Oh,
no. I know that they're ahead. I know right now. Yes, I understand. But no, that's not a thing. Just give us a second. Okay?
Right. What are they, both 6-2, Andy, right now?
I think the Bills are 5-2. Bills have had a bye.
Had the bye week. Had the bye week, but did lose to New England.
I know. But it was a fluke. It shouldn't have happened. We were just working some things out. And that's that. Yeah, no, we should not have lost that game. That was really dumb.
Well, I hope so for Bills Mafia. That was just a Buster Douglas moment, and had Mike Tyson got another shot at that, which the Bills will get another shot here down the stretch. Right. Andy, all opinions aside, as a Chiefs versus Bills guy here, do you think that that's going to happen or not? I won't ask plausible. Anything's plausible. Yes or no?
I think there's an opportunity for sure. I mean, the Pats have a super easy schedule. The other side is the Bills also have a very easy schedule. It's not like because they kind of share they play the same divisions. So it makes games like Sunday's game important, right? Because for the Bills kind of need to win this game, not just to beat the Chiefs, but kind of stay with the Pats, because the Pats have a 4th place schedule. So it's slightly easier than the Pats. The Pats have a 4th place schedule. It's slightly easier than the Bills, but the Bills still have a pretty easy schedule. I think the Pats go to like Tampa in a week or two. And I think the Bills really their toughest games. I think Tampa comes to Buffalo. I think they have the Eagles in like one of the last few weeks of the season. So outside of that, it's mostly easy. I think week 15, it's Bills at Pats, and that'll be a very big game. And I do think that might be for it all. Because I think both teams are going to keep winning.
Is that a tough game in your house, Eagles versus Bills, or no?
No, because I mean, I love the Eagles too. Like we root for each other, and even if we're like playing against each other, like we're kind of nice about it, which is really surprising because it's Eagles fans and Bills fans, which are both like terrifying in their own right. So I don't know. We actually we keep it pretty cordial. We're not awful.
Let me tell you something. Let me give you a little comparison here. Let me tell you something. This is going to be like for you guys, if it's Eagles, Bills in the Super Bowl, this is going to be like one of those families that always got along, and then the millionaire grandfather died. The knives are coming out. We're going to see what it's going to be like. Now we're nice no more. It's going to get ugly. It's going to get ugly.
By the way, I do think if the Pats are going to win the division, they need to do it this year, because next year they're going to play a much harder schedule, and the Bills are going to win the division the next 3 years. So because the Bills are a better team, it's just the schedule matchup for the Pats. It cannot get any better than what it is this year.
Sure.
It just can't.
Sure. I'm going to say, let's nix that idea though.
All right, everyone. Time to do me a favor and knock it off.
Okay. Now, Eliza and I have been sharing texts for the last couple of years, trying to will the Detroit Lions and the Buffalo Bills to get to the Super Bowl so that one of us can win it for the first time. The other team just go for the first time. We have been trying to will it. So right now, Eliza, I think I'm going to go first. We're going to go Oprah Winfrey here, and we're going to speak this into existence. I'm going to speak it right into existence. This year, The Detroit Lions are going to go to the Super Bowl against the Buffalo Bills, and the Lions will win their first Super Bowl, which could be sad for Eliza as the Bills would lose their fifth. But speak it into existence in your own words, Eliza.
Okay, this year, do I have to do it in the style of Oprah? We're going to the Super Bowl. You get a Super Bowl, and you get a Super Bowl. It's going to be a tie, okay? It's going to be a tie because everybody wins in my book.
A tie in the Super Bowl. I love you speak that
nice
into existence.
Tie.
We could make some money on that bet. Andy, help us out here. Just get on board. Just get on board and throw a bone to us here.
Okay. I think the NFC is wide open. Wide open. I think there's a couple teams I like, but I'm going to take the Green Bay Packers. I think they're going to turn it around. The AFC is less wide open. In fact, the AFC has only one team that's going to go to the Super Bowl. It's the same team that's been there the last 3 years. And it's going to be the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick and Taylor and Travis and Brittany Mahomes. We're all going back. Where is the Super Bowl this year? I have no idea.
You can't even be nice for 5 minutes on the show and just give us a little something. You had to pick the Antichrist to both of our teams.
Chiefs Packers. I'm just going to go Chiefs Packers.
Packers.
Nothing, no attack on either one of you. It's just what it is.
No.
All right, everyone. Time to do me a favor and knock it off.
Now, here's another text that I got from Eliza a few weeks ago. Lions-Chiefs game, to be exact. Just out of the blue there, Jesus, come the fuck on. And then I reacted, such bullshit. You know what we're talking about. The golf touchdown was garbage. I got that text, but that does bring me something I want to talk about. So starting with that play, Eliza, then again next week, we covered it last week on the show. The next week, the same thing happened up in Minnesota where, what's his name, used to be a Lion, the tight end, caught the touchdown. And Hawkinson catches the touchdown. Everybody on the field rules touchdown. They look at it, they say touchdown, and then they get a late phone call from New York and they say no touchdown. And it was a catch. They keep getting involved in these plays. But this week, this happens. Here we go. Now, this is the tush push we hate. Look at Jalen Hurts is still trying to move. Thibodeau steals the ball. That's a fumble. That is a clear for. Look at this. He's still trying to push forward to get the yard. He takes the ball from him. This is a clear fumble. This is a clear fumble. Now, New York does not get involved here, and they ruled that he was down by forward progress. Now, I see a fumble. Eliza, do you see a fumble?
He wasn't down, though.
Right. It's clearly, and he's reaching the ball forward. He's reaching the ball forward. Andy, were you blown away by this?
I got to be honest. I hadn't seen that play, but it did look like a fumble. I wasn't watching that game. The Giants-Eagles didn't make my TV.
Yeah, I didn't see it either, but that's a fumble. That's a fumble.
Yeah, let's take another look. If both of you guys hadn't seen this, I thought you had seen this. Take a look at this. Like, you see that all the guys are jumping off sides too, like they do on every play. The offense is cheating, going first. Sure. He takes it right from him. Look at this close-up. He's trying to push it forward for the extra yard right here, and Thibodeau takes it.
Yeah, he does.
This is a fumble. Yeah. Now, since you guys didn't watch it, I will also fill you in on how they ruled it. They ruled it that he was down. His forward progress had been stopped. And then they were asked for further explanation here. And I think these boneheads, through what they said, kind of spilled the beans that they were looking at it kind of like a touchdown. Like as soon as he got the first down, the play's over. So as soon as that ball crossed the plane of the first down, they're saying forward progress was over. The first down was gained. You can't fumble at that point. And then everybody's going, what are you talking about?
Right. Yeah. So I by the way, those Eagles uniforms are so sweet.
Those old ones are pretty cool.
Those are lovely, beautiful. That's the first thing I actually noticed was how beautiful.
Those are pretty sweet ones.
Yeah, it was weird. I hadn't seen that. That's a weird. Maybe we should stop doing the tush push. Maybe that.
Well, I'll give you my 2 cents on this, and I think it's coming, Eliza, because I know that this is like the Bills do it like Josh Allen just quarterback sneaks. What the Eagles do is completely different. And I'm telling you guys, mark my words here on DWMOD, keep paying attention. They keep bringing up different narratives about the tush push over the last couple of weeks. The linemen are jumping off sides. Last year, they tried to push the narrative that it's going to get a lot of guys injured and there's going to be injuries happening, but that didn't sway the vote in the offseason meetings. So now this year, they're starting to come with the talking points of it's too hard to regulate. You can't tell where the ball is, even on a replay, so it's not really fair. The linemen are jumping off sides like crazy, and they're going before the snap. And this here, forward progress is stopped whenever they decide. So if the ball's taken away, you can't get it back. The NFL's trying to ban this thing, but they're going to do it slowly with talking points. Am I wrong?
I don't think it's gonna. I'm not sure it's gonna survive another couple years. It's probably over. I think there's a lot of talk about it. So generally, the NFL doesn't just.
And
I do think so.
But you can't just like limit it, like be like you can't do it every single. Is that a thing or is that not a thing?
It used to be you couldn't push the guy from behind, but the Eagles aren't really even doing that anymore. You know, I don't know.
Well, now we've reached the point of like crowd surfing, right? Like it's kind of different. Like I think there's a difference between someone remaining on the ground and versus like now we're just like surfing over bodies to like coast 3 yards.
Yeah, back in the day, the guy used to jump over the damn pile, which we just don't see anymore. Why is that?
Because the ball can get knocked out, I assume. Like just like it did with Hurts, right?
Just like it did right there. That's what I think.
All right, everyone, time to do me a favor and knock it off.
NFL, knock it off. All right, before we get to the Big Six Picks, Eliza, every week we got to do the one quick thing here. We got to do the ULM report. You know, my son is playing football at ULM every weekend. We're heading to the games, and this weekend they are playing Old Dominion University. It's a home game. We're playing against ODU, 17-point favorites. Old Dominion is. We're on a little bit of a skid. We've lost the last couple games in a row. Now, this very last week, we were down 14 players. Our third string quarterback starts the game, and we're in it against the number one team in the Sun Belt. Southern Miss is undefeated. It's 21-14 at the half. We're hanging in there with them with our second string. And then in the second half, this happens after we stop them to get the ball back. We can try to tie the game here, and this happens. Now, keep an eye at the top of your screen here. Oh, that's not the right one, Louis. Here we go. Keep an eye at the top of your screen there. The guy that's blocking the gunner, he is not the punt returner. He is going to try to catch this ball at the 5-yard line. Now, here's going to be a close-up here. This will be a better look. This is really bad. This is really, really bad in a football game here. You see, he is not the punt returner. He's going to try to slide and catch this in the rain. He muffs it. They get it. They score. You're not coming back from that. You're not coming back from that. Down 14 and we lose it. I'll give you guys my favorite clip of the week from Nolan. He's the center here. He's snapping the ball. Watch him take off downfield here in the rain. Good snap in the rain. Bam. He's downfield. He's cruising. Got a little speed going. One-on-one with the punt returner. Can he get him? He's closing him off. No, stiff armed.
No.
He got stiff armed. He was pretty.
Okay, got back up.
He chased him down. He chased him down, but he was a little bummed after the game. And I had to remind him, the guy that's catching the punt's usually the best athlete on the field. And he had a lot of green, bro.
Yeah. Probably a little faster than you, a little more lateral movements than you. That's okay, though.
Yeah. So we'll be heading out to the game this weekend. It's been a lot of fun. We'll see the game this weekend. But you know what that means. We've got 3 wins, Eliza. If we get 3 more wins, we get to go to a bowl game. So 3 to go. We need 3 more wins in the last 4 games. Can we do it? We will see. Let's to the main reason you're here, Eliza. We need to get your football intake on some gambling picks. Here's the Big 6 Picks. It's the Big 6 Picks brought to you by the official beer choice of the DWMOD podcast. That's Old English 800, and we are ready to roll. Now, I have to ask you, Eliza, for the tailgates, the Buffalo Bills tailgates, what is your beverage of choice?
It's hard, man, because you got to last a long time. Last year I went to a game in December, 7 months pregnant, which was the most chaotic decision of my life. It was like 5 degrees below zero wind chill. It was horrible. I was up on the bleachers. Didn't even bring a little pad for me to sit. It was so bad. We left literally after like 30 minutes. I was like, what was I thinking? I'm not cool. I'm not that girl. I'm not her. She is not me.
Yeah.
So,
anyway. Let me ask you this really quick before you give me the drink choice, because I got to give me the answer after I get an over-under from Andy. Andy, over or under, how many people tried to talk her into doing a 7-month pregnant table bomb that day? Over, under 3?
Over.
How many people tried to get you to table bomb pregnant?
Honestly, it's under, and it's because I was wearing such a big coat that you couldn't even tell that I was pregnant. Like, no one even knew. I just looked like really miserable. People probably were like, wow, what a shitty Bills fan. But like, I was so, you couldn't even tell. You couldn't even tell I was pregnant.
Fair enough. I had to ask. All right, what's your beverage of choice when you're not pregnant at the tailgate?
I mean, I like a hot cider with like a spike, like a little whiskey in the hot cider, a little mulled wine, like something warm. I need something to warm me from head to toe. That's
okay. All right. Well, we're going to get you on the official tailgate drink of the DWMOD podcast.
Brass monkey, that monkey, brass monkey, chunky.
That's right, Eliza. When we're tailgating, we're going with the official beer choice of DWMOD podcast. A little Old English and a little orange juice. And a lot of people don't know that's what the song's about. The drink, the Brass Monkey. We're having Brass Monkeys at the tailgate. It's delicious. It's better than the champagne mimosa. Just trust me on that.
Yeah.
You take my word. I should take my word for it. I should take my word for it. All right, guys, let's jump to the Big 6 picks and let's get some picks going here. Let's jump on to the NCAA. Now, Eliza, the guest pickers are in second place right now by only one game. By one game. I'm 22-24-1. The guest pickers are 21-25-1. And Andy is 19-29-1. So you're in the mix here. You're in the mix here. Let's jump on the first game. Oklahoma. You're going to do fine. You're going to do last year you went 4-2. You're going to do fine. You're going to do fine. Here we go. Oklahoma plus 3 points against Tennessee. Who do you think wins that game?
I just have to pick who wins?
Yeah.
Oklahoma.
You get now if you pick Oklahoma, you get 3 free points at the end of the game.
Oklahoma.
And do you think the total score, both teams added together, will be more or less than 56.5?
Less.
Okay, she's going Oklahoma and the under. Andy, where are you at?
I love Oklahoma as well. I'm going to take Oklahoma plus 3. You know I hate this Tennessee team. Just don't like them.
You do.
I refuse to root for them. I'm never going to pick them. But so I'm not going to take them. But I'm going to take the over in the game.
Okay, you're going to take the over.
I think that's how Oklahoma wins. They got to outscore them.
I agree with you. I think it's going to be the over. I think they're going to score a bunch of points. Guys, I'm taking Tennessee. I'm taking Tennessee and laying the 3. We saw last week when Oklahoma plays a team that can score points. They're not the greatest defense in the country anymore. Tennessee's going to score points. It's going to be a shootout. Oklahoma can't keep up. Give me Tennessee laying the 3 points and the over. All right, let's jump on the next game. Eliza, this one is Cincinnati, University of Cincinnati, plus 7.5. Now, you're going to get a touchdown and a half point if you take Cincinnati against Utah. Who do you think wins this one?
Utah.
You're going to take Utah. Okay, it's going to take Utah to cover, and the total points here is 56.5 again. Under. All right, Utah on the under. If you know what, it's a pretty good pick because if Utah does win this game, it will have to be by the under because they're a team that will have to stop you and grind the clock down. So you're doing better than you think. Okay, I'm going to be on Cincinnati and the under. Andy, who are you going to be on?
I'm going to be on Cincinnati and the over. I just think Cincinnati's going to
we're
score.
all coming for, guys.
Yeah, there's when you can get ahead of us right there. You got Utah now. You'll be ahead of us if they win.
That's why you have me, because I'm going to choose the wrong thing every time. And so we're going to all
That's what you tried to con us with that last year, and you went 4-2 and
I'm not being
+4.
a shark.
Okay, this last game, Vanderbilt having a Cinderella season. They're plus 1.5 point at the Texas Longhorns. They're going to Texas to play the Longhorns. Who do you think is going to win this game? If you take Vandy, you get a free point.
Texas, I think.
You take Texas. Okay, so you're going to be on Texas there. Now, the total in this one's a little lower. It's only 45.5. So do you think over? Over. So you're going to take Texas and the over. Andy, what about you?
There's still a path for Texas to get to the playoffs, but to do that, they got to win. They got to win because then they win out. I think they go to the SEC title game to play Bama to get to the playoffs. So I'm taking Texas in the under.
You're going to take Texas and the under. All right, guys, I'm going to tell you this right now. I've seen enough of Texas. I've lost enough bets on Texas this year. They're not good. They can't score. Vandy can score. Texas has a good defense, but it gets tired by the end of the game. They're in a stalemate with Kentucky a couple weeks ago. Hard pass. I'm going to jump on the Vandy train. I'm going to take Vandy on the upset, and I'm going to go with the over. Now, we're going to get to
I will say, Vandy, by the way, Vandy, all the good teams they've played has been at home. Barely played on the road and a good team.
Sure.
So just be very careful.
If Texas hadn't been so bad, I got to do it. They've been burning me. I got to do it. All right, let's jump to our NFL games, and we're going to finish. We're going to give you guys the big finish on the Bills and the Chiefs here. But because we are discussing gambling on this show, Eliza, we are required by law to show a gambling disclaimer. So here's your disclaimer.
What advice do you have the kids not to gamble? So with gambling, there's only there's no such thing as losers. There's winners and quitters. So you just got to keep going and just keep. And you gotta you gotta phone a friend and you borrow money. You borrow from your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, and just friends. And then there's no such thing as losing. It's a winning sport.
There it is.
Thank you.
Hey, there it is. There is your disclaimer. Louis has assured me he's checked. That puts us in complete compliance. It doesn't say which way your disclaimer has to disclaim. There's our disclaimer. All right, let's jump to the NFL games. First game, Vikings plus 8.5 points at my Detroit Lions. Eliza, who do you like here? The Vikings with 8.5 free points or the Lions to blow them out?
Lions.
All right, let's go. She's on Lions, and I love it. Now, this is 47.5 points. What do you think on this one?
47. Under.
So you're going to go with the under. Okay. All right. Lions and the under. Andy, I'm going to tell you, I'm exactly the same as Eliza. I'm taking the Lions, and I'm taking the under in this game. Vikings, pretty good defense. Lions home game. I think we get them. What do you think, Andy?
I like the Lions as well. Make it a family play. I just think jerk off 8-0 against the Vikings. You think about last year, the Lions dropped 30 plus on those pretty much the same Vikings team, both games.
Yep.
I like the over though. I think they're going to drop 35, and I think it's going to be like 35-17.
Okay. Could be, but we all like the Lions. I love that. Look at it. See, Elias, you're doing fine. You're doing great. Here we go. This one here, the best team in the NFL right now by record, the Indianapolis Colts are 7-1. The Colts are giving 3 points to the Steelers. They're playing at the Steelers. If you pick the Steelers, you get a field goal for free. You like the Colts or the Steelers here? Colts. All right, she's going to be on the Colts. I like the Colts as well. The over-under here, 49.5. Over. Okay. She's on the Colts and the over. Andy, who do you like?
I'm going to family play for Eliza, and I like the over. I like the Colts. I think, the Colts, Green Bay was 2.5, so they're saying that Indianapolis is better than Green Bay. I don't know if I believe that, but I don't think Pittsburgh can stop anybody. Defense is bad, so I like the over in the Colts.
We are all the same here as well. I'm going to be on the Colts and the over. Colts and the over. We're looking good.
Yeah, I was going first, you guys. So I'm not doing that.
You're doing great. You're doing great. Okay, here we go. Here's the big one. I'm going to let you go last, Eliza. All right, I'm going to let you go last. This is the big one. Chiefs minus 1.5, making the Bills a home dog this weekend. A home dog. The over-under is 51.5. I'll go first. I'm going to be on the Bills here. Road game for the Chiefs. Bills at home. We've seen the Chiefs really come back the last couple of weeks. I think this is a little bit of a level out game here. Here's the one thing I'm worried about. Oliver is out. Ed Oliver's out. He's the big run stopper for the Bills. Bills defense been up and down. Suspect one day, not, better the next, but without Oliver, the Chiefs might be able to get running, but the Chiefs have not been running the ball that well for me to be completely worried about that. I'm just worried about Mahomes. I'm going to be on the Bills. I'm going to be on the Bills in the over. Andy, what do you think?
I do like. I like the Bills in general. They're not better than the Chiefs. They just aren't. The problem is the Bills have done, in my opinion, a bad job with their wide receivers, and their wide receivers are bad. And the last time the Bills had any good wide receivers, it was Stephon Diggs, and that was the team that probably should have beat the Chiefs. That was the 13-second game. Their problem is Ed Oliver's gone. They're deep. They have some D-backs that are hurt. The Chiefs come in that game completely healthy. Ray Rice it changes the offense for the Chiefs. Like, it's incredible. That guy blew out his knee last year and then he missed 6 games this year because he was suspended. He looks incredible, right? And also the Bills traded Worthy to the Chiefs. It's like they just constantly they're messing up. They traded the draft pick that they traded with the Chiefs, so the Chiefs took the Bills spot in the draft to draft Worthy. Trust me, the Bills could use Worthy. Like, Shakir's fine. He would be a great receiver if he wasn't the number one. Keon Coleman's not good. Cook is awesome. I love Cook. He's a good running back, but the Chiefs can stop the run. You look at the last 3 weeks of the Chiefs defense, they've given up like 20 points, 14 points, and that's, Lions, Commanders, Raiders. I get the Raiders suck, but it's just a bad spot for the Bills. They're not as good. Any good team they played, they lost to already. They lost to the Pats. They lost to, the Falcons, who are not very good, but the Falcons are good at home. Just a bad spot for the Bills. They're not as good as everybody thinks they are. They're a good team. They'll make the playoffs. They're not better than the Chiefs. And even if they win this game, it's no one's super concerned about them in the playoffs.
Okay.
He's backdooring it now. He's backing it up now.
I'm just telling you. If right now, if the same spread was happening in the playoffs, we'd all be on Mahomes, not named Eliza. Mikey would take the Chiefs -1.5 in the playoffs. So I'll take the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs are just a little fresher.
This is a monologue at this point. You should be like, oh yeah. Like, you have an 8-bar solo that you're gonna go pull out after this.
Look, this is a Josh Allen. This is a respect for Josh Allen line. If it wasn't Josh Allen, it would be like 4.5, 5. So give me the Chiefs.
Thanks for your breadcrumbs. We so appreciate you.
I love that she played the music on you, man. I love Go ahead.
You have one. Just so you want to get. Can you hear it?
What, Andy?
What?
What'd you say?
You hear this?
What?
Yeah, I can hear you. Oh, get out. I don't know what he's playing. Get out of here. All right, here we go. He's trying to play Home of the Chiefs, a desecration of the national anthem. All right, let's go.
I'm obviously picking the Bills, and I would just like to say that I'm not an idiot. Like, I recognize that we're the underdog this week for like valid reasons. Okay, our defense has been like fucking Swiss cheese. I know that we can't stop the run. Like, it's a problem. I'm fully aware. And Josh is making very questionable decisions. He's making these old school Josh. He just starts running like, but he also has no time in the pocket. Anyway, all that to say, we're home. And I think he's going to pull out the Josh magic. That's what I think is going to happen. So I know that we're the underdog, and I know that we have some problems, and I'm worried about them just like anybody else. But I think we're home, and I think he's just going to put on his magic Josh hat. And that's what I think is going to happen.
All right. Now, you over or under on the 51.5?
Over.
Okay, over. All right. Bills over, and Andy is on KC over. So we're all on the over. Andy, the only one on the Chiefs. We'll see how that goes.
I like the Bills as a teaser piece, though. By the way, it's a nice little. You tease them up. I think Josh will keep them close for sure. I think Josh is making those mistakes because I just think his receivers are bad. I think he feels like
Deion Coleman is like Butterfingers. He's just jived.
Yeah,
he was their pick that was supposed to be the guy too. Yeah.
And I do like the Bills. I think the Bills are awesome. I want them to be good. It's just a bad time for them. Ultimately, they're just in a rough spot. Andy Reid does a really great, in my opinion, a really great job of he doesn't show McDermott everything in these kind of games. If you want to take the Bills, I think that's a good reason. He kind of saves a little bit for the playoffs.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see about that. All right. Well, hey, every week we're going out on with all the terrible people that seem to be in charge of everything in the world nowadays. It seems to be all terrible people. The one thing that's going to bring everybody together, we can agree, the only thing that brings people of all creeds, colors, religion together, it's music and sports. It's music and sports. You can fill the stadium with different folks and they'll hug each other after the game, right? So we like to go out with great moments of sports for the win. Humanity in sports.
You'll listen to this crowd as Jack Hoffman, a young man that, as I mentioned, has really been adopted by this football team, just scored a touchdown.
Yeah, you guys know the message, man. Quit being so damn worried about what the next boogeyman might be taking from you and spend your day trying to give something to somebody else. Do something nice for somebody else, man. Let's do it. Eliza, thank you for being with us. Appreciate you being here. We'll see you next time.
Thank you, guys. It's great to see you. Appreciate you.
Go Bills.
We cutting loose.
Touchdown.
Ready? College football is now B1G versus SEC.
Down. Hut.
If you ain't listening to All Right Bet with me and Andy St. Clair, you're throwing away money.
Ready?
All Lions fans drinking that Kool-Aid. Super Bowl. Hey, disagree with me or don't. That's how it works.
It'll be a fun game though. At least we'll have a good. It's like the best game of the year always is Chiefs Bills.
It really is. It's like Christmas. So we'll see. If the Bills are going to change now, it's this game. It's pivotal. So I think it's going to indicate the rest.
They really got to win because that Pat schedule is so easy.
I mean, ours has arguably been easy as well.
It's been easy
than last year.
Yeah, for sure. They got a nice, easy schedule. So also, I'm rooting for the Bills. I just, I want them to win. I kind of want, but I do like the Bills.